Well, hi there. I have been asked a couple of times now um, about what I experienced as a child and about how I managed to live through it and how I managed to stay sane uh, in the adulthood after telling the world. Well, I didn't stay sane. Um I know that I really need to. I do have a lot of subscribers now. I think it's a lot. So I really need to address this in English too, I think. Because in my description on this channel, there is one of the things that I uh, put there is what I experienced in my childhood. And I did a couple of years ago, I did feel the urge to share my life story here where I live, and I felt the urge to share it because I uh, got the news that the man who had really destroyed my childhood really had destroyed other people's lives too. And he made the mistake to abuse one of my absolute closest family members. So, and after a while, I got the news that he even had done it to one more. So, I was angry. I was so facing angry that I decided that, okay, I have held this inside my body ever since I was a child. I had tried to tell in school, I had tried to tell my grandma, I had tried to tell my mom's sister, I had tried to tell people, but every time I tried to tell people about this, my father uh, made threats, so I wouldn't dare to tell. Well, what did I experience? Well, I'm a survivor from childhood sexual abuse from my father. And when I got the news, I think it was 20, 2020, 2019, if I don't remember correctly, someone can correct me. I got so mad that I told my mother, and she said to me many times in a row, she said to me, I believe you, I believe you, I believe you, but I cannot uh, turn my back on him because I don't want to do it because your sisters, for your sister's sake. That was what she told me. So I went out there on Facebook, on YouTube, and I did what every sane parent, sister, brother, uh, teacher, aunt would do, should have done. I went out on the internet, and I told about my story, about the other's story. I went to police and I made a report about it, and I knew that I had to talk about it so my father, who still is alive, wouldn't be able to contact children anymore. Children, both girls and boys, that he has destroyed through the years. Um, and I didn't want anyone else to be destroyed by him. So I made the decision. I went out and I told the world about it. And then after that, because my father has threatened me, just threatened me to unalive me, to unalive my loved ones, to hurt them, to put me in a hospital for insane people. He threatened me so much when I was little, but he did go and hurt one of the people in my life that I care most about. And when he did that, he went over the line for me. And I thought that I was the only one in my family who were abused by him, but I wasn't. It turned out that when I started to talk about it out on the net, on the internet, people in my family, in my relatives to my family, sent me messages and told me that, yeah, I believe in you, because he was doing things to this and this person and that person, and yes, we have seen it, and yes, I have been through it too. So it was a lot of people who got in touch with me to tell me, I believe in you. And I needed to hear that, because I needed to hear that people that I care about believed in me. It was a couple of years, almost 4 years, I think. I went to trauma therapy. I went through hell, because I live on a little small island where everybody knows each other. And like most victims of sexual abuse, half of my family turned their back on me. And I have never, ever in my life felt so facing lonely and unloved. I have never in my life felt so not worthy. So yeah, I did go out, and I'm happy that I did that. It was a couple of years where I was really scared. I wasn't able to dress myself as I wanted to, because I was afraid to go out, and so he could find me and hurt me. He had shown me a gun that he owned, and he had threatened me so much that I did believe that he would hurt me, and maybe hurt me so much that I couldn't live anymore. But I stood my ground, or how you say it. I went through trauma therapy. I went through therapy with my therapist, and I did a lot of lives and videos about this. I talked to a lot of people. I joined a group for that was for people who had been abused. And after that, I went silent for I think it's almost, soon it is almost 1.5, 2 years. I have talked about it face to face with people, but after a while I felt that I didn't have to do it anymore. But I do, because I do talk about it, because I will never ever let people forget what he did. And as long as he is alive and kicking, alive and driving cars, and he is out on the town. We live in a small place where there are only 30, approximately 30,000 people on this island. And yeah, I don't ever want people to forget about what he did and who he did it to, and that he is a creep. He is a monster, and people should see him as a monster. Well, and now to the questions. Yes, I'm fine today. I'm fine, so fine you can be after a life of abuse and neglect from your family. And when they turned away from me, I finally found myself standing alone with my children. And at least I know my children loves me and my grandchildren. And I really do feel that they do that. Uh, the real thing. But I will say I haven't had any backup from anyone in this. Been, I have had only myself in this. And sometimes I will absolutely be honest. Sometimes I wished that I never had been born. And sometimes I wished that I never wake up. But now, after those years and after therapy, I have decided that I need to do what is good for me, what I want to do, what my dreams are, and what my soul is longing for. So I started my journey. I started my dream life. In fact, I bought myself a car, a van. I built it out with my children and my sister. And then after almost 3 years, I moved out in my van. So I have been in my van for over a year now, with small exceptions, overnight staying at other places. And yeah, I live in my car, and I'm about to go out and travel. This summer I will go up to the north of Sweden for a festival, and next year I'm planning to go down to Europe by myself or in my own car. But this year I will go to Europe with the man that I have lived with for 23 years. And yeah, my life is good. Right now my life is good. I have a job that I like. I like my clients at the job site. I like my work that I do every day. I like the feeling that I can help people. But the last couple of years, it has been very heavy to work there. So I don't know what to do. When fall comes, I might do something else. I don't know. I'm a pre-nurse or närvårdare in Finland, and I take care of people in a home for sick elderly people. Yeah, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe I need to do something else for a while, just to find another happiness in work life. But I'm happy with my work. I'm happy with how things are, and the joy I get to help the people that I work for. and the joy they give me back. So I do have a job, and it pays me good, and I do have a roof over my head. I do have food on my table, and I feel at peace. I feel at peace, and I feel at ease, and I really feel loved. It's about a year since my mom passed away, and we had our ups and downs through this, and in the end, we sat down and talked not about the whole thing. We only sat down and said, let's just forget about what was and try to have something and build something that we can have together. So we did. So the last 1.5 months of her life, I really had her back, and she had mine, and she really believed me. So, but I miss her, and I miss my childhood's fun happenings, and I miss the people that I loved, that was around me. But life is short, so I cannot sit here and cry about it too many years. But I did something good with this, because I wanted to turn it around and do something good. So I started helping people who was in the same place that I was when I was younger, and I started to help people that has been abused, and I'm helping them without getting paid, just because I want to help children and women and men who has been sexually abused. So that's what I do with my life, and I have found that when I go out, I'm not scared anymore, because I took the guilt and the fear and the, when you're embarrassed, when you think everything is your own fault, and I put it back to him. So, really, for real, I am so happy. I'm joyful. I enjoy my life today. And I just want to say to everybody out there that when you are in the absolute worst time of your life, you can come out on the other side. But you will not be the same person anymore. You will not be the same person anymore, and you will be grateful, and you will be happy, and you will be loved. But it will take a real struggle, a real war, both inside and outside, before you are out on the other side. It was for me. So now I'm really happy. I'm living my dream. I'm living my life. I don't waste my time, energy, on things that don't give me something back. And I'm going to be a little bit selfish. I'm going to be spending my time, my energy, and my money on me, and try to go out in the world and see what I find and live the life. That's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, if you really was one of those who asked me how I am today, I'm fine. I'm really fine. I'm at peace. And thank you for asking. Have a good day.